Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10 finale and look at these really awesome images they released. I mean, these images tell me so much more about the episode than I initially thought about the episode and what was going to happen. Really cool images, and we're going to go through them and break them down one by one. They released a lot of images, which is super cool. So yeah, like I said, we're going to go through these images and break it down one by one. Very excited to do this. If you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to hit the subscribe button because The Walking Dead is returning very soon, as well as the new show. And then Fear the Walking Dead, we'll be doing, weekly, daily, videos, obviously the reviews and then breakdowns of trailers and images and all that kind of stuff. So be sure to subscribe if you are a fan of the show. But with all that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so let's get into these images. Like I said, really awesome images. The first one is here of Judith and Father Gabriel. You can see that they're going to be talking here and just having some, they're just smiling and having a conversation. You're going to see a lot of these type of images because it's almost like a goodbye, type thing where everyone is, because they are going out in groups. Not everybody is going out together. On top of that, it's super risky. So they're all sort of, just talking, smiling, in a way giving their goodbyes to one another just in case, you don't know what's gonna happen. Gabriel is one that I'm very scared for. Everything based on everything they've released, trailers and sneak peeks and opening minutes and now these images, everything gives off bad vibes for Father Gabriel. So I am very nervous for him. And now, especially since the show is ending, they only have one more season. I think AMC wouldn't be that scared to kill off certain characters that we've known for a couple of years. So again, very scared of Gabriel. We'll see, or very scared for Gabriel. We'll see what happens though in a couple weeks. We have this image of Daryl. You can see all the guts on him. That's not that much. I mean, I guess that'll work, but I don't know. Daryl's looking a little bit light there with all the I feel like there should be more there, but I think he will put more later on. Next image we have here of Lydia. She's looking a little bit scared, and on top of that, we saw yesterday in the sneak peek they released that some of the Oceanside ladies don't really like her. So you can imagine Lydia. I do like Lydia, and I'm excited to see more of her in the future, but you can tell she's having a hard time because she probably is feeling bad for all of this because she was a whisperer at one point and some people are mad at her, but I for one do like Lydia and I'm excited to see more of her in the future. Next we have this image, which is a really cool image. I really like this one of, you can see all the walker hands, they're trying to break in through the door. Just a really cool, like zombie-esque image, just super cool. I like that one. Next we have an image of the group, Eugene's group. So Eugene, Yumiko, Princess, and Ezekiel. Remember, they're gonna go out and try to meet up with Stephanie. Here's another image of them. You can see them better here. I don't know where this is, near this train area or something, but they were talking about like a rendezvous point, so I think that's where they're trying to meet up Stephanie, but obviously things are not going to go as planned, and we can kind of see that later on in the images because some of them look pretty upset. Now this is where things start getting interesting because we have some images in the daytime once they have escaped, which kind of for me puts this episode in a whole new direction. You can see Carol here, and then we have another image of Carol, and I can't tell who this is. This looks to be a brand new character. I don't know if this is the character who's wearing the mask or what, but I mean it could be someone else. I can't tell because we only see the back of their head. We have this image, and you can see Jerry. I believe that is Luke behind him. We have Kelly up there. We have Marco. We have Daryl. And then this one other character on the right. I forgot his name. But this looks to be going on after. There's someone else also back there behind Daryl. I can't tell who that is either. You see a bunch of walkers behind them. So this looks to be after they have escaped. So these characters are, obviously they didn't show all the characters because they don't want to know like who survived. But by the looks of it, well, we don't know if these characters are going to survive the entire episode because we still got the Whisperers coming after them, I'm sure. They're just trying to escape. I don't think they're really planning on killing the Whisperers all and escaping at the same time. They're going to have to deal with that later. But I'm sure there's going to be Whispers behind them as well in that group because the Whispers can't just like run at them. Walkers will attack them. But this, I don't know if this is just them escaping, but because they have the carriages and the horses. I feel like maybe they're on their way to the Commonwealth or something. We will see. But this is what I mean. Like, this puts a new perspective on the episode for me, because it looks like the second half of the episode, it's gonna be it's like gonna be the beginning of the Commonwealth chapter, which I'm very excited for. Next, we have this image, which is a really, really cool image of a whisper. And you can tell that this looks to be in a different place than they were before. This looks to be around the same area that they were in the image before. So the whispers are still among the herd of walkers, just following them. So it's going to be really cool if you see like a whisper and Commonwealth showdown. Like, imagine that, like the Commonwealth fights the whispers. I don't think anything like that happens in the comic, so this is going to be pretty cool in my opinion. Next, we have a shot of a bunch of walkers here. You can see a whisper there in the very back. Again, this looks to be around that area where they were trapped in the building. And then going back to the building, we have this image, which is just heartbreaking, honestly, of Daryl and Judith saying their goodbyes, because Daryl is going outside. Remember, some of them are going to stay inside. Not everyone is going out. Some of them are going outside to draw the herd away while everyone else escapes. So we'll see, how that happens. But yeah, they're just saying their goodbyes in case something happens. But I'm sure these two are going to be okay. And I really like Gabriel there, just watching over Judith at all times. Again, it makes me worried for Gabriel that something bad will probably happen to him. And it really sucks, because Gabriel is such an awesome character who we've known since season 5. And I think he's grown so much as a character, and probably one of the most developed characters on the show. So it's gonna be a gut punch if he ends up dying, but we'll see what happens. We never know for sure, because I feel like in a way they are being a little bit too obvious with Gabriel. So maybe he doesn't even die. Maybe someone like totally random dies, but we'll see. Next, we have an image of Jerry here. You can see some walker guts on him, I believe. So I think he's also gonna be going out. We have Carol here, Beatrice. So those two are going to be going out. Judith is going to be staying back. So, that's why. I think Gabriel said 4 groups of 2. So like 8 total, they're going out. So those two are going to be going out. Look at these two. These two have way more blood on them than Daryl does. Come on, Daryl, put some more stuff on you. I know Daryl got the plot armor, but come on, make it a little bit realistic. Going to the next image. We've seen this one before. We have Kelly here. So Kelly's putting on a whisper mask. Look, everyone is like super, has so much blood on them, except Daryl. But maybe it's too early. Maybe I'm just saying that. Maybe we're gonna see more in the episode. We have this image of Kelly saying her goodbye to Judith. We know Kelly's going to make it out of this thing because we saw her in another image. Again, we don't know if these characters will make it out of the episode. We just know that, for her, she's going to make it out of the herd of walkers. But again, the whispers are still following them. Next is a really awesome image of Daryl. And still, it looks like Daryl does not have that much blood on him for some reason. But again, I'm pretty sure Daryl's going to be okay. These walkers are eating someone here. So I don't know if this is a whisper or one of them. They're both looking down. That is kind of terrifying. So I don't know if it's a whisper or one of them. If it's one of them, that's got to be heartbreaking, just watching, your friend get eaten or something like that. And you really can't do anything, because if you overreact, if you make any sort of reaction, not even overreacting, just any sort of reaction, and don't stick to the plan, the walkers will notice you. You can see that what they're doing is working, because you see the walkers behind. I believe this is Kelly behind Daryl. You can see that they're just walking past because it's working. I don't know. Some of these whispers walkers in front of Daryl are looking a little bit suspicious, but yeah, this is probably the most insane image we have. So I don't know who that is. I don't know who's getting eaten. You guys let me know in the comments down below. It's impossible to tell, but we'll see. And then going back to Eugene's group, we have an image of Ezekiel, and they're just waiting around here. You can see they're just Eugene here and Yumiko. Yumiko's sort of giving Eugene like a WTF look, I think. Like maybe she's upset because nothing's happening, no one's meeting up with them. You can see this image. They're just like sitting there waiting around. So maybe, I don't know, I think they're going to get upset that maybe they lied to them, or maybe they're just in the wrong place, or maybe the Commonwealth are playing it safe and they don't want to like show up right away and they just want to watch him for a little bit. But I think eventually they're gonna end up meeting up with them. Here's another image of them sitting and just waiting around. Another one. This one, it looks like they're getting more active, getting up. Ezekiel has that weapon on him. And then going back to the building. So we have Judith here and we have Scott, and it looks like they are, because remember in the opening minutes of the episode they were talking about combining these two wagons or something like that, to draw the walkers away, and I think that's what they're trying to do here, or at least like get all the cargo on the wagons. Hopefully Scott survives. I hope he does. It's pretty insane how long Scott has been on the show, and if I was a writer on The Walking Dead, I would definitely keep Scott alive to the end, because like, why not? He's made it this far, and sometimes like I feel like sometimes he's not even there for like 8 episodes in a row or something like that, but he's still alive, and I think it'll be pretty cool if he makes it. I feel like in a way, because he survived so long, it just wouldn't be right. It would still feel weird. That's another thing about The Walking Dead is I think some characters have been on the show for so long that even though they might not have like a major role in the show, you still like them because you're just so invested in the show. But anyways, going back, we have another image of Princess, and then going back to the building, this is pretty insane. We have Whisperers actually breaking into the building. So we have 3 Whisperers here just breaking in, and it's only Gabriel. What the heck? It's Gabriel versus 3 Whisperers. It's like, are they trying to, like, how much obvious are they trying to be? This is why now I'm sort of like doubting Gabriel dying, because it's like, all these trailers and images are like, hey, look, everybody, Gabriel's probably gonna die, and it's like, is he really gonna die? Or like, if he is, like, why are you guys like marketing it so heavily that he's gonna die? I feel like it's a trick. I feel like he's not gonna die, and someone that we don't expect is gonna die. I don't know, man. I feel like at this point they're being a little bit too obvious with it. We have another angle of it, Gabriel versus the 3 Whisperers, and this one's attacking. I don't think this is like too hard to get out of if there's other people there. If there are other people there, which there should be, I don't know any reason why Gabriel will be alone here. I think he could possibly get out of the situation. The next one, he has his shotgun just straight up, so he's pointing out one of the Whisperers. So again, this doesn't mean Gabriel's gonna die here. He probably will be okay. Maybe I don't want to say probably, because we never know. And then going back outside, so after they escape, we have the horde of walkers. I can't really tell any Whisperers right from the front here, but I'm sure there are some Whisperers in there. And then lastly, we have this image. So again, just them on their way to, I believe, is going to be the Commonwealth or something like that, because they have their horses and carriages. But yeah, pretty exciting, I think, to see where they're headed. So yeah, those were the images we got for the Walking Dead Season 10 finale. I really enjoyed those images. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about them? Again, I'm going to wrap it up there, so hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating, and if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to subscribe, because like I said, The Walking Dead is returning very soon, so we'll be doing, like 2 weeks away, so we'll be doing like reviews and breakdowns and all that kind of stuff, so be sure to subscribe if you are a fan of the show. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you guys soon.